Explosions on the Danube. Europe is in a battle for water. Here in Romania, the Navy is blasting rocks from the riverbed to push more water towards one of the country's most important nuclear power plants. The government has already declared a state of emergency and urged residents to use less electricity. Further upstream in Hungary, a similar picture. The country shut down 3 of its 4 reactors at its only nuclear power plant, for the first time in its 44 years in service. We don't know when we will be able to restart the reactors. Europe, the fastest warming continent in the world, is running drier and drier. And one of its most important waterways, the Danube, is pushing countries to the brink of an energy emergency. So, how did we get here? The Danube stretches almost 2,900 kilometers, crossing or bordering 10 European countries. For centuries, it has been one of Europe's most important economic arteries. It provides cooling water for nuclear power plants in Hungary and Romania. It drives hydropower production in Austria and Serbia, and it carries millions of tons of goods every year. But when rivers become too warm or water levels fall too low, all of these systems come under pressure. Power plants are among the first to be affected because they
get very hot, and many of them are cooled using river water. And when river water is above a certain temperature, it's no longer possible to perform that procedure, and hence power plants are shut down as a precaution.
And the economic consequences are already visible. Take Hungary's Pax nuclear power plant. It normally generates almost half of the country's electricity. With reactors offline, Hungary has had to import significantly more electricity from neighboring countries. Same in Romania. There, the shutdown even affects industrial production. Car makers Ford and Dacia have temporarily suspended production. So, are these countries close to an energy collapse?
What is slightly reassuring is the fact that Europe has an energy system which is resilient. What that means is that when you have a shock like this in particular geographies, say in Hungary, that it's not that Hungary runs an autarkic system and must themselves domestically reduce demand and make up the shortfall and meet it there. It's that shock is absorbed in the European system.
But that resilience comes at a price. More electricity imports mean higher costs for those countries. And during heat waves, more people turn on air conditioners, meaning even more demand for electricity and even higher costs.
I think one of the lessons from this situation and the crises that have hit Europe's or global energy system over the last years is that of redundancy and that of planning for failure. And it's about finding that balance. You definitely can't only build a system with just enough capacity to meet demand on a given day.
That means expanding renewable energy, improving battery storage, modernizing cooling systems, and enhancing the European electricity grid. Because as the climate changes, European rivers like the Danube can no longer be taken for granted.